Okay, good day, learners. Let's talk about dividing polynomials. All right, and with this, we're going to divide by monomials. So let's get to it. All right, so when we are dividing by a monomial, we're going to divide each term in the numerator, the polynomial, by the denominator, which is the one term monomial. All right, so let's keep in mind here that we're going to take each term one at a time and divide. Okay, we got to do it precisely one at a time. Okay, and then we're going to use some laws of exponents here. Okay, when possible. So let's just dive into it with an example. Okay, write it down on a sheet of paper. Um, Let's do this together. So remember, we're going to divide each term in the polynomial in the numerator here one at a time by this monomial so we don't confuse anything. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and write it out one at a time. So we have 12xy squared over 3xy. Okay, I'm separated by the addition sign. Okay, I'm taking the sum of x. Ooh, that's not x, that is a 6. 6x squared y divided by 3xy. Okay, so we took it one at a time. Now let's divide these terms. So for 12x y squared divided by 3xy, let's talk about the coefficients first. We have a 12 and we have 3. What is 12 divided by 3? It is 4. So let's put that 4 right down there. Okay, so we have that out the way. Now let's look at our x here. So we have an x over an x. Okay, just like we have 2 over 2, which gives us 1. If we have x over x, this is also going to be 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and just cancel that out. We're not going to worry about it no more because it's going to disappear. Now let's think about y to the power of 2 divided by y. Okay, I'm going to expand that for us. So if we have the product of 2 y's in the numerator and the product of 1 y in the denominator, well, we have a y over y here, which is going to be 1. So they're going to cancel out. And we're going to have just 1 y left in the numerator. So let's just bring that y down. And we have simplified our first term to be 4y. All right, let's do our second one here. We have 6x squared y divided by 3xy. All right, looking at our coefficients first, we have 6 over 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Let's bring that 2 on down. All right, now let's look at our x. We have x squared over x. So just like our previous term with the y, we have the product of 2x on top, and then we have an x on the bottom in the denominator. Okay, so we're going to have only one x left over. And let me show you, instead of expanding it, let me show you in regards to our exponents. So change my color here. If you have x to the power of 2 over x, now this bottom x in the denominator has an exponent of 1 because there's just a product with 1x. So let's subtract our exponents. Use the quotient rule of exponents. So we're going to have x to the power of 2 minus 1. Okay, and 2 minus 1 is 1, so we just have x to the power of 1. Simply just x. Okay, so we just have 1x. So we're going to bring that 1x down, so we have 2x. Now let's talk about our y here. We have an y in the numerator and then 1y in the denominator, which we're going to just cancel out. So look, we have our answer here. Our answer is 4y plus 2x. Okay, here we go with this one. So we have our numerator 5x squared minus 20x squared y plus 15xy. And this polynomial is being divided by 5x. Okay, so look here. let's take it one at a time so we don't confuse ourselves. We have 5x squared divided by 5x. All right, let's separate it by that operation minus 20x squared y divided by 5x plus 15xy divided by 5x. All right, let's tackle these. We have 5x squared divided by 5x. Okay, so 5 over 5 will give us 1, so that we don't have to worry about. Now x squared minus x. Okay, whether you want to visualize it in expanded form or use that law of exponents for quotients where we subtract our exponents. There's multiple ways to skin a cat in algebra, so just take what fits best for you and run with it. All right, so I'm going to have a remainder of 1x in the denominator there. All right, so that is what's left for our first term. Now let's talk about our second term. We have 20x squared y divided by 5x. All right, let's talk about our coefficients first. 20 divided by 5. Well, that will be 4. Okay, again, we have x squared over x, so we know this to be x. And then there's nothing to help with this y in the denominator. Like there's not in the numerator. There's not a y in the denominator. So we're just going to leave the y there and bring it on down. Okay, let's look at the last term here. We have 15xy divided by 5x. All right, talk about our coefficients. What's 15 divided by 5? It's 3. We have an x over x, so that cancels and gives us 1. And for our y, there's nothing in the denominator to mess with the y in the numerator. So let's see here, bring it on down. All righty, y'all, and here we are. We have our final answer here, x minus 4xy plus 3y.